Hey Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for today. That's going to be a general energy reading for you. We're going to see what do you need to know, what do you need to be aware of. Take the messages that resonate, guys. It can be past, present, or future, and the roles can be reversed. So let's see, Capricorn, what do you need to know today? What does Capricorn need to know today? We have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we have new beginnings. Okay, Four of Cups in reverse. This is about releasing past grudges, releasing past feelings of things that keep you in like a grudge, okay? Keep you in some sort of resentment or rejection. When you release that feeling, the Star in reverse though, the High Priestess, yeah, I'm gonna have to get straight into clarifying this one. Why is the Four of Cups here in reverse for Capricorn? Someone can't heal from something. There's something that can't be healed. Someone might want to release something or let go, but there's something that feels lackluster or boring. What's the Four of Cups in reverse? The Queen of Wands. The Two of Cups and the Two of Swords. Okay, so there's something here with a Queen of Wands and a relationship, Two of Cups, and then we have the Two of Swords, which is about not seeing things clearly, not having mental clarity. Or some sort of confusion here. Okay, what's the Star in reverse? Lovers in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. So there's someone here that has gone through a breakup. Lovers in reverse, a bad choice in love. There's two people that can't be together anymore or aren't together anymore. And then there's someone here, Queen of Swords in reverse, that's very critical. Manipulative, bitter. Someone could be very bitter about the fact that they're not getting a new beginning here when it comes to a relationship or a family even. Someone here could be very bitter about the fact that they're not getting a family. So, okay, this Four of Cups in reverse, this could be the other person. Maybe someone here has let go of their past. They've released the past. They're not holding on to anything anymore of the past. Someone here is not stuck on someone. Someone here is not feeling rejected anymore or dealing with any kind of past emotions or feeling like they've missed an opportunity. Someone here doesn't feel like they've missed an opportunity with something. But I don't feel like it's this energy here, this Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands in reverse energy. This person is very bitter over the fact that they're not getting a new beginning. This could be someone that was left behind in the past with the Lovers in reverse. This could be someone that someone has a family with, okay? Why is the High Priestess here? The Fool, the World. Yeah, someone here has listened to their intuition and closed out a cycle of their life or close out an old chapter of their life and is going towards having a new beginning with the Fool. And there's no working this out. There's no solution to this. Someone doesn't want to work together with someone else or find a solution with someone else. Okay, this could be you. You could be listening to your intuition when it comes to this situation and this person. You're not interested in sitting down at a table with this person. You're not interested in having a conversation with them. You don't feel like there's going to be a solution to the issue because you might know that someone is just bitter. So what's the point of sitting down at a table with someone that's bitter and someone that can't handle some sort of a breakup, okay? I feel like this is someone that has not released the past. This person is very bitter and they've gone cold. This relationship ending could have made this person go cold. And the Star in reverse is like they don't even see how there can be how they can get a wish fulfillment in their life, or they don't see themselves having a new beginning. Okay, and tell me more about the Four of Cups reverse, please. The Queen of Cups. And the Three of Cups. So now we have a Queen of Cups here and the Three of Cups. This has something to do with some sort of third parties. Okay, it doesn't have to be a third party in the romantic sense. This can even just be someone's family, someone's friends group, a social circle around someone. What's the Four of Cups in reverse? Twin flame connection and a separation. Okay, so that would make sense why someone is no longer holding on to the past, or why someone has been able to release the past. Someone here went through a separation, I'm assuming with this Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords and reverse energy here. They separated from this person and they were able to let go of the past. They didn't get hung up on the past relationship. They didn't miss this person. They weren't sitting around still thinking about this person. They had released the past energy completely, and it could be because they have met a higher soulmate, a better soulmate connection, okay? So this person might have found someone that they felt like suited them better, or it matched better, or it balanced each other out and it complemented each other more than a past relationship. So someone here was able to release the past and they were not hung up on someone here, okay? But why is that coming out with this Three of Cups energy? Why is the Three of Cups here with that? And the Queen of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Okay, this is kind of giving me... someone could have kept a new relationship a secret, okay? So I don't know if this is you, this is someone that you're dealing with. There's definitely someone here that walked away from a past person. And they might have kept it a secret, okay? With the High Priestess being here twice, I feel like someone here might have kept it a secret that they had met someone new, okay? They had already released the past though. With the Four of Cups in reverse, someone was not, like I said, holding on to anything, any past feelings, or hung up on someone else. They had released this. But I feel like with the Queen of Cups here and the Three of Cups, someone might have kept it a secret from their close family, their friends. This Queen of Cups energy here, that they had met someone new. Seven of Pentacles, that they were investing elsewhere. That they had even maybe been investing in someone else for a long time, okay? Depending on when it was exposed that this person here or you were in a relationship with someone new. Yeah, that's what this is giving me. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Because over here with the High Priestess, it's like someone here had a new beginning. Someone here wanted to have a fresh start. They closed out a chapter in their life, which means they ended things completely with this past person. So this is not cheating, okay? No one here was cheating. I'm not getting that at all. Someone here definitely walked away from a past person completely and closed the chapter. They ended the relationship completely. But with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, they didn't tell anyone that there was someone new, that they had met someone new. And that could have a lot of different reasons for a lot of different people. Some people just don't want their friends and family or ex-partners meddling in their relationship, okay? And so they decided to just not tell anyone that they had met someone new in secret. Okay, so what's the Queen of Wands? Justice. The Four of Pentacles. Why is Justice here? Soulmates. Why is Justice here? Poverty. So I feel like this Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords in reverse person is the one. I'm not sure. This could be you. This could be your energy. Great fortune. Okay, never mind. This is definitely the karmic energy, or not the karmic, but this is the one that I feel like got left behind. Okay. I feel like this person felt with poverty being here, like they had been abandoned. Okay. They had been left out in the cold in some sort of way. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that really happened that way, but sometimes people, when they get broken up with, that's how they feel, right? So this is about their feeling behind this. They felt like they got left out in the cold from a soulmate connection here. But with the Four of Coins, it's like something they still wanted to hold on to. What's the Four of Coins? Stabbed in the back. Yeah, so that's how they felt. And this is something, so this is a person that's very materialistic, okay? That's definitely popping out to me because we have poverty here, great fortune, and the Four of Pentacles. So this relationship to this past person, the way that the feminine energy saw this relationship was as their stability, financial stability, okay? So this is someone that gets into relationships because having a partner makes them feel more secure when it comes to resources. So they could have been very dependent on their partner, okay? Maybe their partner brought home more money. They just generally feel better when they're not the only ones having to pay the bills alone, okay? Let's just put it that way. Now, this person felt stabbed in the back whenever someone separated from them, okay? They might have felt like this was very deceptive, the way that someone separated from them, okay? They might have even felt like it came at a shock, right? They might have felt like it was shocking. I don't believe it was shocking because with the world here and the separation, it was clearly communicated to this person that the relationship was over. Okay, so maybe that communication came at a shock, but I don't think it came to a shock when it comes to the feelings or the emotions of it, because someone here with the Four of Cups in reverse was already checked out. So between these two people, there wasn't much left in the love department, is what I'm getting anyways. This person was tying this relationship to their financial stability, okay? So a separation in that case for them would be a shock because all of a sudden they feel like they're being left in poverty and they're being left to struggle, and they, you know, they feel backstabbed in a way that now they're losing their sense of security. It's like a security, it's like a safety blanket, okay, is what it feels like. So this is very materialistic, shallow thinking. What's the Two of Cups? The Empress and the King of Wands. What's the Seven of Cups in reverse? So there's an illusion being lifted here when it comes to this relationship, and I feel like it has something to do with the relationship dynamic, because I can imagine that with the Five of Wands there was a lot of competition and arguing here, and for someone in this energy of, it's really giving me like playing a little bit of the littlest like violin, okay? This will be the kind of woman or the kind of person that will, after a breakup, try and blame everyone else and say, they took everything from me and they just left me here with nothing, and now I have to struggle alone. And they will completely negate the entire issue of it all, which is there was no love left in the relationship. It wasn't working out. Maybe people were staying only for the children. It wasn't really much of a relationship besides like this giving me like a roommate. Okay, this Queen of Wands here had a roommate relationship with the ex because it was supposed to just fulfill the one need of financial security and stability. And that's what they had, as long as they have a man or a husband who's paying the bills for them, and they can have a little, a pampered life, and they feel like someone will always take care of them. But, that's not enough to carry a relationship. For some people it is, but it's settling. This Queen of Wands would have expected this man to settle and only be happy or settle for the role of, you are now my provider, and you bring home the money for me, and you can't leave me because I don't make as much as you, right? I mean, that's a little unfair if you ask me. But I feel like there was a lot of lies surrounding this relationship. Now, this Queen of Wands could be someone, because they're coming out as a Queen of Wands, they could have a temper. They could be someone that gets jealous easily. And there was definitely a reason why someone here decided to keep a relationship that they met afterwards a secret for a very long time. Okay, so it could have to do with these, people that are in their life. We have a Queen of Cups, we have a friends group, we have this Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's got to be reasons for that. But now there's an illusion being lifted here when it comes to this relationship. Oh, when it comes to this marriage. Okay. Focus on self in reverse. Self-worth, shadow work, self-appreciation in reverse. And I honestly feel like this is for the feminine energy. This is someone that is not able to be self-sufficient. It says self-indulgent, but I'm really getting self-sufficient. Okay, they're not independent. They don't focus on themselves. They focus way more on other people. They could lack a lot of self-worth. They don't do their shadow work. And shadow work in this sense would have ties to their own stability and their ability to, be the core of their own feeling of security instead of tying it to a man or tying it to their partner. Okay, so now there's an illusion being lifted here when it comes to a marriage. Yeah, so this is a divorce. So if this is a divorce, then this is the kind of woman or the kind of energy, okay, just take it how it resonates, guys. For some of you, roles can be reversed, but this is the kind of energy that if they feel slighted because you took away their stability or their feeling of, I'm stable, I don't have anything to worry about because I'll always have money, I'll always have food on the table, I'll always have a man that'll take care of me, I don't ever have to, I don't have to do anything because they're never gonna leave me, kind of a thing. This person, if they get left behind and divorced, they will then try and take that man to the cleaners, or they're going to try and get revenge when it comes to finances. That's what this feels like, because they want a great fortune. They want a great fortune because they've been left, in their eyes, in their sense, they feel like they've been left in poverty or in lack. They now feel like they're in lack, financial lack, material lack, because their man or their partner left them. So they will try to take like financial revenge, because for them, it's not about love, it's about security. That's what they're looking for, okay? And they feel like that's been taken from them. So they don't, it's very clear here that this woman, this Queen of Wands energy, does not value this man as a lover. They value them only as a provider. Because now that man is gone, they want revenge by reclaiming or getting money that they feel like is rightfully theirs, because that is what is now lacking in their life since that man has gone. Right? So, you know, that should tell you everything about what you need to know about this, okay? Yeah, so why is the Two of Swords here? This person is in some sort of denial of when it comes to an ending, death. They're in denial when it comes to a final ending, a divorce. They're in denial. Or they tried to stop this and tried to block it or pretend that it wasn't happening. Yeah, they tried to, and then they tried to create conflict for someone's new beginning. Yeah. So this is this energy again of if I can't have you, no one can. If you don't give me your money and if you don't pay me money, then I'm going to make sure that you have no money for your new relationships, okay? I'm going to make sure that you cannot provide for anyone but me. Like, that's this kind of an energy, okay? It's like, I'm going to ruin your life because you left me and now I'm broke. So whose problem is that, okay? I will be the first one that, tries to encourage every single woman to be independent, and not because you need to have that toxic independence of, oh, I don't need a man and I can do everything myself. Yes, that's a part of it too, okay? But, there's extremes to this. But just for the sake of this, that you're not sitting around and being reliant on a man 100%, or you barely make enough money to get by, because then you get in situations like this where you feel like that person owes you something when they don't. And this is a different kind of a character though. This is someone that doesn't want to work. They don't feel like putting in the work. They want someone to do it for them. They want someone to marry. Okay, this is like when she was a little girl, I want to grow up and marry a millionaire, right? This person does not have any aspirations on their own. They don't have discipline. They don't have a drive on their own. They know they're never going to get there. So their only chance in life of making it is marrying someone that has more money than them. And I feel like they succeeded in that, partly. But they didn't succeed in keeping the man because their entire relationship is not based off of love, emotion, feelings, or chemistry. It's based off of codependence, okay? And stability and feeling secure and feeling like money and finances is, I don't know, is enough to make someone feel secure. But at the end of the day, what is that man getting out of this relationship? That's the thing that this person's got to ask themselves. What is that man getting out of that relationship besides being the provider and feeling like they are responsible now for this woman? They're not getting love. They're not getting affection. They're not happy, obviously. Okay, but because someone wants to move on and see if there's more to life, or realizing that there might be more to a relationship between two people besides just a codependency, this person says, no, I'm in denial. This is not over. Like, it's almost giving me, this Two of Swords is almost giving me like a feeling of disbelief. Like, this person, like, I don't know how long this was going on, okay? This is giving me a very, like, it's giving me a relationship that is just built on comfort, okay? Those kind of relationships where people stay in them for a long ass time just because, well, you know it and you're comfortable and you've settled and it's just how it is. It's kind of like a roommate thing, right? That's what this is giving me. It's like it went on for so long because both people settled, both people got comfortable in it, and it just kind of went on and on and on and on and on. But it wasn't like, there was no spark. Okay, and someone here, I feel like, had enough. This is not a relationship, and I want to make that clear because that is not here on the table at all. This is not a relationship where that man cheated on this woman and then left her for another woman. Okay, this is a relationship where that man completely ended the relationship and separated completely. But after the separation, he met someone new. He might have met someone new, and he might have actually met his higher level soulmate, someone that actually complemented him and his personality. And when he met that person, he was able to completely release this person. And the years of this weird settling and always, we fight and then I just go back because it's comfortable and we're in this marriage and, just moving. Someone here separated because someone wasn't happy and hadn't been happy for a very, very long time. That's honestly what I'm getting here. Okay. Met someone new, released the past, and this person was seemingly in denial because this could have been something, maybe that was a pattern. Maybe that was a pattern in their relationship for a very long time, that someone would separate because they just couldn't take it anymore. They weren't happy, but they always got lulled back in with the Queen of Wands energy here because, they just didn't meet anything better, or they didn't, I don't know. It was always there. She was always there. She was always there, taking them back with open arms, saying, I'm the ride or die, always come back to me, kind of a thing. But this separation was different because in this separation, this person met someone that was unlike anyone else he'd ever met before. And honestly, if I'm being honest, if it's a twin flame connection or it's a higher level soulmate connection, it's the perfect match, true love connection that he met. This man probably met this person to get him away from this cycle that he was in a constant loop, stuck in this dynamic with this Queen of Wands where it was just unfulfilling. They were both settling, codependent, okay? And it's not healthy at the end of the day for both of them, but they separated, okay? And this person met someone new. This was a threat though, and not because of love. It wasn't a threat because of the love. Well, maybe this Queen of Wands was also bitter about the fact that, that man didn't ever really want to be there. He just settled for her. I got to keep it real. He settled for her, and that's all it was. Okay, maybe she's bitter about that, but she's also bitter about the fact that she managed to get this person to settle for so long, and then he left her in poverty, or he left her in lack. He took away her stability, okay? So she's in complete disbelief and in denial that this man actually left this time around, right? It's like when the pick-me loses the power. The pick-me doesn't work anymore all of a sudden, right? This person could be somewhat of like, a doormat for others. I'm not sure. That's not in a negative sense, but that's just something that some people have to heal through, okay? Being a doormat to other people, right? I'm not sure. But what ended up happening here is that this person definitely felt like they needed to compete with someone's new relationship. They wanted to create conflict for a new relationship. They were in disbelief and in denial about this ending happening. They didn't accept it. And that's the biggest issue of it all, I think, in this whole dynamic, is that you have to accept when other people want to leave. This person refused to accept that someone didn't want to be with them. And I feel like that's the only reason why this man settled and stayed with them for so long. It's because they had someone on their side that refused to let them go and refused to accept that someone doesn't want to be there. The question though is, why would you even want to be in a relationship where you can tell that that person is not happy with you and they are actually constantly looking for someone else? Why would you do that to yourself? If you're dealing with a man or a wife, doesn't matter, and you know that this person has a wandering eye, they can't seem to be happy, they're only coming home to you because you've got kids together and they're providing for you and they feel responsible. Why are you okay with that kind of a dynamic? As a woman, why do you want to feel that way? It's giving me, honestly, there's got to be something here with a lot of insecurity as well. Okay, that's coming through a little bit as well. It's that this is the kind of person that has tied a lot of their self-worth to the fact that they're married to this person. It gives me a little bit like a social status kind of a thing. Like they think they look better in society being married to this person, or being married in general. They feel like it elevates their status. Okay. They might also like struggle with the idea of being a divorcee, or the idea that they got left, like they were the one that got left. Like, you know, if you're a pick me, a chronic pick me, I don't know, maybe that can do something to your self-esteem a little bit, right? Especially if you're insecure, and it'll make you, you know, but that's something that they got to work through. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to play her therapist here or something like that, but that's something she's got to work through. And you have to accept when people want to go. And this is someone that could not accept that someone wanted to leave. They couldn't accept it. But you have to learn to accept these things. You cannot force someone to be with you, and you cannot force someone to love you. And that is an important lesson that people have to learn in this life. You cannot force love, and you cannot force someone to stay. You cannot force someone to want you. Either it's there or it's not. And in this case, it wasn't there, yet this is someone that forced someone to stay with them for a very long time, and then couldn't wrap their head around it, or were in disbelief that someone actually at one point said, you know what, I cannot do this any longer. I'm not staying here any longer. I've been doing this, playing this role, putting on this fake smile, pretending I'm happy for years, and I'm not. I can't do it anymore. It's fake. I'm only staying here for the family. I'm only staying here for the kids. I'm not staying here because I'm happy, and I can't do it anymore. I can't put on the fake face and smile anymore. And then they still couldn't accept it. They still felt stabbed in the back. And the question is, why? Why did they feel stabbed in the back when they've heard this from this person so many times? And that's when you know it has nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with control and finances and resources, because this person doesn't care about how that man feels or how that person feels. They don't. They don't care about how they feel. All they care about is, you're my golden ticket, you're my ATM machine, you've been paying my bills, I've been having kids with you so that you can provide and stay with me. How dare you leave me and leave me with 2 kids, and I'm the one that's now here having to pay all the bills by myself when you were supposed to be the one to carry this load for me. That's not fair. That's not fair. Okay? And that this person can't deal with a divorce or the fact that they're getting left, that's not no one's problem except for this person's problem. Okay? What's the star in reverse? The King of Cups. The Ace of Wands. So because this person felt like they couldn't heal something, or they felt like they weren't getting a new beginning, or the star in reverse is even giving me, and I mean, that can be someone that is just not inspirational, okay? Or they feel like bland, okay? They feel like they don't compare. Like, this is really giving me, this person found out about the new relationship that came after them, and it made them compare themselves because there is insecurity here. And they might felt like they can't compare to this new person. They standing next to them, compared to them, they're lackluster. They feel boring. Okay. So they have some sort of an idea here with the King of Cups. They're like, look, we can do this, this, and this. Now, what's this idea? Ace of Wands. I have an idea here because somebody doesn't love me, or because there's no love. There's no passion, no affection, no attraction. Yeah. So maybe, like I said, that is one thing that this Queen of Wands energy also realized, is that the person that they were with does not even find them really that attractive, or is not, passionate towards them, or there's no love there. But, that's kind of giving me like rose-colored glasses a little bit, because I feel like if a man doesn't love you anymore, it's pretty obvious. Okay, so this is someone that, like, just as like they're in denial about the ending, they've probably been in denial for years that this is love. So what is love to them? Okay, is it enough when someone takes care of them? I mean, that's not really a romantic relationship. If you're looking for someone that's just going to take care of you but isn't passionate towards you, that's giving me more of like a father role. So I don't know. I don't want to say that there's some sort of like maybe mommy daddy issues here, but that's kind of what it's giving me. It's like this person might have just wanted someone to be a provider, okay, and feel like they're taken care of, because that's really what it's getting me. And they were settling for the fact that there was not really attraction there. There was not really passion there. There was no chemistry. It wasn't loving. It wasn't affectionate. This person was not affectionate towards them. They were just bringing home the money. I mean, what does that sound like? That kind of sounds like this person is giving me a little bit like daddy issues, okay? I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, the King of Cups is here, so. Okay, so what was their idea here with this King of Cups? Their idea was Seven of Wands in reverse. Or they just wanted to act on something because they felt like they couldn't block this union, or they couldn't block someone from going to someone else. And I feel like this is the past. This reading is reflecting this person's emotional state. Okay, so that is important for someone here to understand. Maybe you'll know why. But I feel like this Queen of Wands felt like they had to do something drastic, because if they didn't, there was no stopping someone from leaving them. It's like, because of their insecurity, because they on the inside knew that someone had already let them go, someone had already moved on completely, someone was not hung up on them, they themselves felt lackluster. The Star in reverse, they felt like they weren't special compared to someone else. They felt like they weren't good enough. They felt like someone wasn't attracted to them anymore. They felt like there was nothing they can do to stop someone from leaving besides doing something drastic. So it's like they knew. It's like they know, they see someone moving on to someone else, and they know exactly, looking at their ex and the new person, like, wow, they're a perfect match. Wow, this person, they seem to match really good. Or wow, that person is exactly their type, or something like that. I don't know. They definitely felt very inferior. Okay, let's just put it that way. And they just felt like they couldn't stop this person from leaving besides doing something drastic. Okay, what's Lovers in reverse? Yeah, the Nine of Swords. This person was really, it was very terrifying for them to have to accept the breakup. Okay, it was for them very nerve-wracking. And look at this, Six of Pentacles. It's like, and that's why, because of money, that's why it was so nerve-wracking to them to lose their relationship. I mean, look, I just keep coming back to it. That's why I'm having a hard time, like, having a lot of sympathy for this, because I can tell that this person is not hung up on the feelings. They don't feel like they're necessarily, I mean, the love aspect is one, but this is also someone that was completely fine and settled in a marriage for years, knowing that the person is not attracted to them or doesn't really love them, doesn't show them that they love them. This is someone that knew that. They felt it. You can't tell me this person didn't know and didn't feel that their man had a wandering eye, or their person had a wandering eye, wasn't invested, didn't show them that they love them, wasn't affectionate towards them. You cannot tell me that they didn't feel that. You can't tell me that they didn't know that they were both settling, and that this was just a codependent relationship. Like, and that's why they're stressed out. It's about money. It's about, but this person was my ATM machine. This person was giving me money. This person was paying my rent. This person was paying my bills. Every single time I wanted somebody to pay something for me, I could ask them for money. This person was doing everything for me, but they were so generous to me. I never had to do anything. I didn't have to lift a finger, because they were my provider. They were like my daddy. I'm sorry, but that's what I keep getting. And it's like the idea, see, this is the weird thing about it. It's like, I don't even feel like this person, I mean, to an extent, probably they're sitting there and thinking about, they don't want this person to love you because, or love whoever their new person is, because they know that that person is going to love their new person way more and show more affection. That could be triggering in itself. But I feel like another big thing about it is like, they're going to now give them everything that they are supposed to give me. And they're going to leave me here with nothing and not pay for me anymore. And now they're going to go off and have a new life with that person and give them everything and not me. Like, this past energy was very invested in making sure that this person still pays for everything. Okay? Because apparently they feel like they have some sort of financial control over them, but not just that. It's like, that is why they married them in the first place. That's why they wanted to force this relationship in the first place. Like, they need a provider. It's like, you're not going to walk out of here and stop providing for me. Okay? I mean, what does that tell you? What's the Queen of Swords reverse? The Chariot. Yeah, she's fucking salty about this person moving on. Look. 5 of Cups, Chariot. She's sad, heartbroken that someone is moving on. But with the Queen of Swords in reverse, it turned this person bitter. It turned them bitter. It turned them cold. It turned them, really snotty and, ice cold. Ice cold. That's how it turned them. Their sadness turned to bitterness. It turned to resentment. It turned to hate. It turned to, how dare you leave me? Okay. Like, the 2 of Wands in reverse. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to block you. You're not going anywhere. If I can't have you, no one can. It says same fucking energy. If you don't pay for me, you're not paying for anyone. If you don't pay my rent, you're definitely not paying rent for that person. If you don't do this, it's like that. Yeah. Like, this person could not handle... And I don't even feel like it's loss of the person, like the personality, like the character. It's more like losing everything that person was doing for them. Because that's what they were valuing in the relationship. So this is a highly transactional relationship, if you ask me. Which, again, I didn't want to go there, but from a psychological standpoint, what kind of personality types see relationships as being transactional? Okay, because that's what this is. Our relationship was a transaction. You were giving to me. How dare you now give to someone else? This is not about love. I don't see anything out here telling me that there is love between these two people, or that there was. Not true love anyways. I don't know what to call it. What's the High Priestess? The Sun in reverse. The Emperor. Yeah, this has to do with this person being a father. I'm pretty sure they have children together, especially with the Emperor here, the King of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. This person is a father. And maybe that's why they kept someone else a secret for so long, okay? They kept their children a secret maybe for a long time, or they kept you or the new person a secret generally from their family for a very long time. Because, this person, this masculine, knows how they are. And it's, it's a lot of like, it's giving me like psychological and mental abuse. It's definitely giving me like covert narcissism. And if someone is not able to pick up on how covert narcissists talk and act, then it translates to most masculine energies into guilt tripping, right? And that guilt starts to eat them alive, because especially if someone grows up with narcissists, maybe has a narcissistic mother, family members, and this Queen of Wands energy, Queen of Swords in reverse, heavy narcissist, maybe even a little bit more than that, but I'm just, I'm not going to diagnose her. This masculine, especially if they're highly empathetic in nature, highly sensitive and empathetic, they will feel like everything is their fault and they're the guilty one and they're a horrible person and a horrible father. How could you leave your family? How could you do this to your kids, right? It's like being groomed into being the perfect husband, perfect father. And if you step out of line a little bit, or if you try to speak up about your own needs and desires, you're horrible. You're a horrible father. You're a horrible person. You're a horrible husband, Someone here felt like they had to keep their own, like their own feelings and their own desires, and not even just that, but like how they see love, like what they wish for in love, what they wish for in a healthy relationship, in a family, in a real family that they feel like they have created themselves and chosen themselves, rather than someone and these people like shoving it down their throat, like, this is your family, I'm your wife, these are your kids, this is important, I'm your mother, you have to do it this way, this is your family, this is your family. This masculine wanted to have the chance to choose their own family instead of having someone like shove it down your throat, like, this is what you have to do, this is who you have to be, blah, 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 blah. And it made them really depressed. It made them, I feel like Sun in reverse, it made this person depressed. This masculine, towards the end of this marriage, or even during the separation, was depressed. Okay? They were depressed, and they felt like they had to keep it a secret from everyone. And that's why they most likely also kept their new relationship a secret. Because then all of this shit on the outside was just depressing to them. Okay? What's the Fool? Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, this man was very depressed. They were. Because they were very unhappy. And they felt like they had to people please. They felt like they had to please everyone. They had to please their mother. They had to please their ex. They had to please everyone, because everybody had groomed this man into being a provider. Okay? Your role as a man in the family is being a provider. You don't have feelings. All you are here for is like, kind of like the trad thing, but backwards, right? It's like this man was only born to be a provider. That's it. You're not born to have a happy life, a happy, fulfilling life, or to choose your family yourself. Your wife gets chosen when, you know, your parents force you into this. It's basically an arranged marriage, okay? For some people. This might have been like a heavily arranged marriage at that, and then they're like forced to stay in it, right? Page of Cups and the Hermit. Yeah, this might even be about children. Keeping children a secret, or why someone didn't, maybe if you're the new person, okay, maybe why you were not introduced to the children for a very long time, okay? It's because this masculine energy, like I said, it's not just that they were groomed to be a provider, but they have been groomed, I feel like, in a very conservative family tradition of like a nuclear family, okay? Like mother and father, kids, okay? And this is all that counts. This is the nuclear family and nothing else outside of this. And it's like, they could even have a family dynamic that mirrors this, okay? Like let's say their parents are divorced, right? But their father still takes care of the mother to this day. Like they could have been divorced for, I don't know, 30 years, but the father still cares for the mother as if they're still a nuclear family. It's giving me kind of like something like that, like some sort of a traditional family like that, where this is not like a normal dynamic where parents separate and people go on to have separate lives. Their own parents or their own family dynamic could be a family that is heavily on the nuclear family, okay? Like I said, even divorced parents still pretending and playing the role of this, I'm still here and I'm still the provider, even though they're like divorced or separated for a very long time. It's something like that, okay? And this, especially if this person's parents are divorced, this person could have never really seen it in their own life that their parents then remarry, or if they do remarry, never really have a relationship with step-parents, step-siblings. For them, it was always still, even like, there's even families here where the father and the mother divorce, father remarries, but still takes care of the ex-wife. And the kids and the new wife get left to the side. So this is something that this person may have gone through in their own life. It's their role. It's like what was basically passed down to them, how families work, what is a dynamic, okay? So that could have really played a role here, especially if you never met this person's children, or if you met this person's children after a very long time, okay? Or it took years for you to meet this person's children or something along those lines. It's because they felt like they were almost betraying the nuclear family, even though they were already separated, even though they were already divorced, even though everything was like clip and clear, like, look, I'm in a new relationship, I have a new relationship, but it was still something they kept to themselves and kept away from their family. It's because, like, on a subconscious level, they knew that it's like it won't ever be accepted or really integrated, because the family that they have, or this, their parents and then their ex-wife with the children, that is a nuclear family unit. And for their family dynamic, that is all that counts. And it's like, it's very like brainwashed and conditioned into someone that they almost felt like they can't integrate a new relationship into the existing dynamic. They can only detach themselves completely. They can't bring everything together. They can only leave and have like a new life. They have to like leave their old life and have a new life, because in their mind, with their conditioning and their family dynamic, there was like no way that they thought they could bring it together, because it was just so like taboo. It was just something that, was like, oh, like it was just like scandalous, like, because in their upbringing, that's not how families work, right? And to that, I mean, especially if you're dealing with a family like this, conservative families often, especially if you have a mother that did go through divorce and is still to this day resentful with the father, okay, that they got left behind and they were divorced from, and now they're, 60, 70 and alone, they will then even more push it onto their children, or especially sons. You have to stay with the wife. You have to, because it's like they are trying to make their sons bear for the mistakes of the father, right? It's like, your father left me, but I'm not going to allow you to make that same mistake. You are going to stay with your wife. You're not going to leave your wife alone with the kids the same way your father left me. It's like they're trying to make sure that ex-wife never feels the same way that they felt when they got left. So it's like, it's a really weird dynamic that I'm picking up on here, okay? But that's what someone went through. That is why someone here felt like they had to hide their new relationship, or why, they kept, or not even hide their new relationship, but why they kept it away from their family, or why it was like, something they kept to themselves, because the dynamic that they had with their parents, with their family, the weird dynamic between mother and ex-wife, okay, and how they kind of like, it feels like are taking each other's side, trying to force this man to stay in the marriage, because the wife is like, projecting her own past onto the child. It's like, this is fucking weird, okay? But that's what's going on here, okay? That is, in essence, what's kind of going on here. And it's like, why did someone keep the children away too? Why did someone keep the children out of the relationship for so long? It's because it honestly feels like it's like a taboo. Someone didn't know how to do it. It feels like someone did not know how to do it without being a disappointment, okay? It's because you have to understand, this is heavy conditioning, and I have seen this in families before. It's like conditioning people, or their, this mother conditioning their son or whatever to believe that only the nuclear family counts, and if you have a step parent, or if you have a new family, then you're only going to hurt the kids. Like, it's going to be bad for the children. It's going to be bad to rip apart this family. It's going to be horrible. You can't do that. It's going to be, it's like, it's almost like a betrayal in the family. It's like, which is not true at all. Not true at all. I mean, when I think about the woman that my dad remarried, I really like her. I get along with her great. She's amazing, okay? And I'm actually really glad that my dad met her and married her, because she's amazing, really. I love her. So that's not true at all. It does not even matter that step-parents have to be mean and evil and have to be, horrible people. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. And I see that with personal experience. But if you grow up in a family where step-parents is like, oh no, I'm not going to introduce a step-parent to you, and it's like, no, we don't get along with them, and then dad is always coming over and spending all this time with mom even though they're not together anymore, that's kind of then what you think is normal, right? So yeah, that was a long explanation, but Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this has a lot to do also with why this masculine didn't tell anyone what makes him happy. It's like he couldn't speak up. He couldn't. He did not want, he played both sides. I feel like he did, whoever this masculine was, because he's a people pleaser. Because he was conditioned that way. He was groomed to be a people pleaser. And part of that was feeling like they couldn't speak up. He felt like he couldn't say how he felt. He felt like he couldn't say what would make him happy. He couldn't say that this would make him happy. He felt like he couldn't say it because he had been brought up to ignore this part of himself, okay? The Two of Pentacles, he felt like he always had to, make it right for everyone. He was trying to find balance in his life by considering everybody else's feelings but his own, or maybe even the new partner. He was constantly trying to make it right for everyone. He was trying to please everyone. He was trying to make sure that he hurts no one's feelings. And that was the wrong way to go, because at the end of the day, all he really did most likely is cause more damage. Okay? He probably hurt way more feelings trying to hurt no one's feelings. But that's what's going on here. He was trying to make it right for everyone. He was trying to play the perfect father. He was trying to, be the perfect son. He didn't want to upset the ex-wife. He, wanted to have his new relationship and a new beginning, but he didn't want to upset his mother that was trying to force him back to the ex. He didn't want to, upset his children that he's having a new family, like that. He just didn't know how to do it. He didn't know how to make everyone happy because he neglected the one thing that is actually the most important in life, which is his happiness. What would make him happy? He did not think about that at all. He didn't think about his own happiness or what he wants at all. All he thought about all day long is, what would make my mother happy? What would make my mother approve of me? What would make my, how can I do this best for my kids? So that I'm not a disappointing father. I don't want to be a disappointing father. I want to make my kids proud. I don't want to hurt my kids' feelings. I don't want them to think I've deserted them. I don't want them, that's all they thought. They only thought about their nuclear family. They didn't think about anymore their own. Yeah, and the fact that it would be a fight. They were worried that everything would be a fight. That they were worried that as soon as they step out or say, this is what I want to do, I'm going this direction, I have a new relationship, I want to, have a new life, fighting, constant arguments. This could even be with their parents, okay? Constant arguments, constant fighting about what they want to do, that they want to leave, that they want to divorce. Always fighting, always fighting. Yeah, the King of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Honestly, with this King of Cups, I'm just getting that this is this person's emotional side. Like, this masculine is so sensitive. They are so sensitive. They are so empathetic. They're a really sensitive person. They're a very sensitive, empathetic person, okay? Or they're an empath. Yeah, they weren't strong enough. They were not strong enough. They didn't have the strength to stand up for themselves. They didn't. They did not have the strength or the courage to stand up for themselves and speak it how it is. They didn't know how. They didn't have the courage. They didn't have the courage to tell their mother the truth, their family the truth, their kids the truth, or their ex-wife the truth. They didn't have the strength and the courage. All they wanted was to move on and be happy. And they felt like they could only do that by being quiet about it. Unfortunately, death, that's why this ended this way. That's why this ended this way. That's why it ended in that way. Because they were just way too sensitive, people pleaser, and they didn't have the courage to speak up. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Okay. Let's just see maybe if we can see who was involved in this for you. A Scorpio, a sister, September, SSS, could be significant. Aries, April, and a Libra. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Taurus and we have Gemini. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.